The Delta and Edo state governments have spent over 842 million naira on pensions and benefits for two convicted ex-governors in the last 12 years, findings by Sunday Punch have shown. The two former governors, James Ibori of Delta State and Lucky Igbenedion of Edo State, were convicted for embezzling public funds between 1999 and 2007. Ibori and Igbenedion had shortly before the end of their tenure signed laws that would guarantee life pensions and several benefits for them and their successors. Igbenedion stole billions of naira from the state treasury and was convicted of money laundering and ordered to return 500 million naira as well as 3 houses. He was sentenced to 6 months in prison but given the option to paying a fine of 3.5 million naira through a controversial plea bargain with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in 2008. The former Edo State governor had, while in office, signed a law which made all former governors entitled to 100% of all allowances of sitting governors. The law also makes a former governor to be entitled to an officer not above grade level 12 as a special assistant and a special secretary not below grade 11-10, who shall be selected by the former governor from the public service of Edo State. According to the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission, a governor's basic salary is 185,308 naira 75 kobo, while he's entitled to hardship allowance of a 92,654 naira 37 kobo and a consistency allowance of 370,617 naira 70 kobo, bringing the total monthly package to 648,580 naira 62 kobo or 7.7 million naira a year. The SA and personal secretary are not expected to earn less than 350,000 jointly based on the civil service salary structure. This implies that Igbenedion has earned about 92.4 million naira from the Edo State Treasury since leaving office, while 50.4 million naira has been spent on his aides, bringing the total to 142 million naira. For former Delta State Governor Ibori, who served between 1999 and 2007, he signed into law the Delta State Governor and Deputy Governor Pension Rights and Other Benefits Law 2005, which was later amended in 2009. The law makes provision for an ex-governor to be paid allowances and other benefits which were pegged at 50 million naira per year. Such pegs include one duplex in any city of their choice within Nigeria, one sports utility vehicle and a backup car replaceable every 2 years, an office with 4 aides, 2 security personnel and a monthly salary, among others. This means that Ibori has earned at least 600 million naira and house modesty estimated to be worth 100 million naira, bringing the total of funds spent on the former governor at 700 million naira. Ibori was convicted on February 27, 2012 after pleading guilty to 10 counts of money laundering and conspiracy before a Southwark Crown Court, London, for stealing £250 million. Defending the payments of the money to Ibori in 2012, the then Commissioner for Information, Mr. Chike Ogia, said Ibori would continue to be paid yearly until a court notified his tenure in office. Ogia said this in reaction to an affidavit deposed by the EFCC, which accused the state government of enriching the ex-governor. He said the truth is that, like every other elected governor who had served the state, Ibori was paid his pension entitlements and other benefits alongside his deputy under existing law. The law is the Delta State Government and Deputy Governor Pension Rights and Governor and Other Benefits Law 2005, and the Delta State Governor and Deputy Governor Pension Rights and Other Benefits Amended Law 2009. Speaking with our correspondent, the Deputy Director of Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, Kolawole Oluwadare, said the pension law were hidden and several freedom of information requests sent to the several states were ignored. He said, "We found out in the course of our research that those laws are not accessible as they should be. Laws are a matter of public records and people should have them, but they are so challenging to get. They may say it is not deliberate, but if Serap cannot get the law, you can imagine what others are facing." So what we did was to write uh, FOR to call to all the state governors asking if they had pension laws or not, and reveal how much has been paid to ex-governors, but most of them did not respond, and we have gone to court over the matter. Oluwadare said there was a need to scrap the pension laws rather than target only those ex-governors who had been convicted. Unfortunately, one thing common with all the state laws which complies with section 124(5) is that all the governors can only be denied benefits if they were impeached from office. So there is no provision for that, for what happens if a governor is convicted in this state. So this is why you shouldn't have those laws in the first place, because if we start the argument of ex-convicts, some people will still end up earning it. So these laws shouldn't exist at all. They shouldn't exist. When contacted on the telephone, the Delta State Commissioner for Information, Charles Anyagu, said he was not conversant with the law and thus could not tell if Ibori was still being paid or not. Responding to a question, he said, "I don't know. I have not read the law. Hmm. Go to the House of Assembly. I have not read the law." The spokesman for Edo State Governor Crusoe Osage also said the governor's cabinet had been dissolved and thus he could not comment on the matter. However, a former governor in Edo State confirmed that to our correspondent that indeed he had been receiving a pension. "It is true, I have been receiving a pension for the last 10 years based on the law that was signed by Lucky Benedio. However, I am not entitled to 100 million naira house like Adams Oshiomole. I receive just about 7 million naira a year, and I think it should be more because once you have been governor, there are certain jobs you cannot do anymore. There is a status you have to maintain," he said. Meanwhile, the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Marcus Onobum, said the Assembly had yet to meet to discuss the possibility of repealing the pension law for ex-governors and their deputies, noting that there were more pressing issues to be tackled. There were more precious, serious important issues to be tackled, not this one.